trauma of my birth. They never expected me to come one of a twin, and they didn't know that somebody was in there. So I stayed in far too long, and I almost suffocated. And I was born in a hallway, in a cold hallway. That makes a psychic imprint on the baby who has no reference of consciousness of what is happening, just surviving. So it always haunted me within. When I became an adolescent, I began to get much more into esoteric disciplines and look in practices, philosophies, because I couldn't find the match which was going on in the depth of my psyche. And then I found the water, the cold water. And the water, cold water, is direct. It brought me right in there in that area where trauma is chemically stored, and it made me feel just good. For the first time, I knew this is it. Then I began to become aware that breathing makes a big difference when you are, say, in ice water. It made me become aware that if I was breathing more profound, I was able to stay much longer in that cold environment. A couple of months later, because I felt so good and began to explore just by feeling, I can do more profound breathing, I was able just to do with 25 deep breaths to stay 5 to 7 minutes under the ice. Stay there, find tranquility, deep tranquility. So the cold made me learn to tap in deeper by deeper breathing, very controlled. Then I did it at home, separate from the cold, and I saw all these lights, all the kinds of sensations, deep sensations began to happen. And it made me able to do challenges beyond belief. Suddenly, I could stay a whole night sitting outside in freezing temperatures, in a shorts, having control thereover. That means a physiological control by the mind, by your will. I knew that, I talked about it, but nobody was able to understand for real what I was doing. On television, I talked about it, and they said, hey, he's crazy.
Africa's highest point, world's highest freestanding mountain, of the world's largest volcanoes. Welcome.
The scientists began to become interested. They saw this on television. Hey, what this man is doing is not possible. Human physiology is not capable of doing these things. They began to test me in thermophysiological experiments, and they saw incredible things, data they never saw before. A man being 2 hours in the ice and not decreasing his core body temperature. That's outside of our will, the autonomic nervous system, and that's not possible to stay, say, 2 hours with no core body temperature decrease by breathing and believing. Now, believe. You think believe is something abstract. It showed that in an experiment, standing before an ice tank, I was able, just by standing, thinking, motionless, to increase metabolic activity 300%. That's like running, but now I was motionless.